Okay, we're back. So, I'll bring Seth back. Hopefully it doesn't keep freezing. Okay, time for Seth. Hello. So, first with the election. Okay, every time I mention the election, the connection is lost. So I'm going to try one more time. And if that doesn't work, it's not meant to be right now. So, for the election. For those of you who are upset, at least you know that in an alternate universe, Hillary won. But if you're happy with the results, so be it. If you want to get the best out of this, then focus on Trump's business aspects. He never paid taxes. He's had multi-million-dollar businesses with the help of millions of dollars of loans from family. But he does no business. So focus on him bringing jobs back to America, which will hopefully benefit Canada, and building that up, lowering debt, you know, his views personally on women, maybe with the hype of the election over, will become a back burner issue, and maybe he won't be so obsessed with defunding Planned Parenthood and taking away trans-neutral bathroom or gender-neutral bathrooms, yada yada yada. Those aren't his priorities. As a collective, the public wanted some entertainment, some fun, which the election provides, and he went a bit off the rocker because that's what people wanted to see. And he knew it would gain in popularity. Even though he lost the support of a lot of other politicians, it didn't matter in the end, clearly. Why did he win? He wanted it more. He's more persistent in the pursuit of what he wants. Clinton is much more polite. Let's play by the rules. This is fair. Let's run a nice, clean campaign. Trump went the campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis style, where I will win at any cost. I will not lose to a woman, especially. So that is his way. I mean, he always gets what he wants, clearly. He's very up on himself, even if he looks like a pumpkin half the time. But again, just because he won doesn't mean America is doomed and World War III is on us and missiles are going to be fired. He talks a big talk, but like any man with a very large truck who's very short, he's trying to make himself bigger than he is. So his priorities will change. Plus, there's lots of other people in the White House who will influence him and be wanting different things, so certain things will be focused upon and certain things won't be. So be it. Josie wants to know, what is wrong with my truck and is it going to be expensive? Do you want it to be expensive? Your truck can fix itself. If you see it as running and fixed, there won't be much to it. Maybe it will miraculously fix overnight. See it being well. See yourself driving the next day. Think of how nice it is to drive your truck, how it's so great when it's snowing out or raining, even though it's not snowing much right now. How much you like it. Practice the motions of the pedals and steering. Where would you go? Do the boys like it? How nice it is that it works on its own, it runs on its own, it's easy to maintain. Focus on that. Don't see it as having something wrong with it. Seeing it as how it was when you first got it. It works great, runs great, is great. How do you sell a house law of attraction style? You refer to the house as an investment property. The house, my former house, my first house. It's not yours anymore. Distance yourself from it. When you're picturing the house, like say the bedroom, you're automatically going to see yourself as in the bedroom because those are your memories. But pull yourself out, more like you're an overshadow, like a bird looking into the house, like it's wrong for you to go in, kind of viewing it. See another family in it. What kind of family would like this house? Is it an older couple who are retired? Someone running a B&B? Someone who's doing kayak tours? Someone who works overseas? Someone who's got a young kid? Like, who's gonna live there? And do the tour. So what is it like being driven down the driveway for the first time by your realtor? What is it like looking at it, walking inside? Which way do you go first? What are your first thoughts? Does it take your breath away? Picture different furniture in there. So if you had a living room area set up, picture instead of a TV on the wall, maybe they rip off the TV, they get a much larger one and stick it right in the middle of the wall. Maybe they change the fire. I'm going to sit as close to this corner as possible because it seems to get the best reception. So, back to the house and imagining furniture. So instead of a couch and 2 chairs, maybe they have a large L-shaped couch and, I don't know, 1 big nest chair and different artwork on the wall, and go to the bedroom. Maybe the bed is slightly in a different spot or against a different wall, and maybe there's no TV. Maybe there's 2 dressers because it's a couple and they like their things separated. Maybe there's new lampshades. Maybe there's new paint colors, a rug, a lounge chair in the corner. You know, go through and redecorate the whole house until you don't even recognize it. And the second way is think of all the money that you'll get from it, hopefully, and how to use it. What accounts do you put it in? Do you pay off cards? Do you put it towards a new mortgage? Do you put it towards building a new house? Write a list of everything you intend to buy, and then logically the next step is that the funds come through so that you can. Thank the house for all the memories you have with it, and then ask it to release you as the owner, and ask for them to help you find the house, its new owner, who it can be happy with now. Eva asks, can one person influence the planet positively. No, just kidding. More specifically, what does she mean? But yes, you can always have influence. Positive always is, 100, 1,000-fold, depending on the person, the creator, how powerful they are. Is always stronger than negative. So, if 10 people collectively are talking about the election and how upset they are that so-and-so won, but if they talk about, well, now we're here, we've obviously done something to get here, so what do we want Trump to do? Do we want Trump to fail, to start World War III? Or do we want Trump to fix things business-wise? Do we want him to bring jobs back to America, cut down on the lack of jobs, the welfare and people being out of work, to fix all of that? Do we want him to maybe strike a little fear into people to, I don't know, get off their asses, but don't focus on the whole, he hates Mexicans, he hates Muslims, he hates women. Even if he does, doesn't mean he has to give that out. So if they focus on how he loves himself, and if he loves himself that much, he wants himself to succeed. He's following Obama, who was up there twice and was very well liked. So he doesn't want to come in second best, which is part of why he won. But he wants to show up Obama. So just think of him as wanting to succeed and achieve the best that he can and to outshine the former president. And then that way he's going to work as hard as he can to get the country great again. And then he can make big changes, which will, positively affect everyone. So if you think in those terms, anyone, he's going to strive for greatness. It's going to influence him. You can do writing on it. You can do more about it, but just keep asking. Okay. So, Josie, when I'm feeling really bad body-wise, is that from me connecting to Mother Earth, or is it from going to different realms? It's not necessarily either. Your emotions are from you. They might be influenced by something else, like let's say you're 14 and you've looked at a magazine with celebrities and they're all 100 pounds and you weigh 115 pounds and you're still growing and that makes you uncomfortable. Or hanging out with a friend who's really fit and you feel chubby next to her. Or you're stressed out and when you're stressed you become self-conscious, so now you don't like how you look. In relation to other realms, not really a connection there. You wouldn't feel bad about your body if you're connecting to Mother Earth. You would feel, one with nature. You'd feel calm, beautiful. You wouldn't feel bad. So if it has anything to do with Mother Earth, it might be your lack of a connection with Mother Earth, and that's making you feel bad about your body. But do some writing. I want to resemble my best physical self. I want to feel the best that I can. I love my body. I love my arms. I love my legs. I love my stomach. I love my boobs. I love my butt. I love my neck. I love my hair. I love how I feel. I love how my body works. I love how my body functions. I love how my body looks in clothes. I love the compliments I get on my body. I love that it's almost effortless to have this body. I love that I can eat whatever I want and my body still looks the same. along those lines. Okay, Eva, does our environment affect our way of thinking? Yes. If you're in a very dark, closed, cave-like room, you're going to feel trapped, insecure, insignificant, uncomfortable. If you're in a cabin made of glass in the middle of a meadow surrounded by trees and snow, you're going to feel at peace and at ease. If you surround yourself with people who are negative, that's your environment, you're going to take that on. If you're around positive, uplifting people, you're going to feel better, even if you feel shitty. If you grow up in Iraq as a woman wearing the head thing, hijab, you're going to feel insignificant and worthless. If you live in a village in Africa where there's always dancing and singing and body painting and celebrating, you're going to be in a happy mood. So, yes, the environment definitely affects how you feel. It's important to have like a clean house, a decluttered house, because that allows you to think and for inspiration and inspired thought to come through easy. Eva, why is it so hard for many to grasp the Seth or Abraham material? Because they don't want to take accountability for the negative in their life. So, if they had a failed relationship, a divorce, they lost a custody battle, someone close to them died, they lost a job they loved, they got a DUI, whatever, they don't want to take responsibility. That wasn't my fault, it was because of this, or this made me do it, or that made me do it, or they weigh an extra 100 pounds and they want to. Well, I'm not holding on to the weight, my body's just like that, I have bad genetics. Of course there's a thing as genetics. No. And a lot of people aren't in the right headspace, so they're vibrating too low for any of it to hit home. Some of it might logically make sense, but it's like a foreign concept. It doesn't quite. It's learning a new language, so it's not going to make sense until they get to an optimal level and they've got positive around them. And there's just that slight opening where they can admit that they've attracted a lot of these things and that even these negative experiences, there's something to learn from them. So once they're willing to do that, it can come through. Josie, I mean my body hurts. I love my body, LOL. I thought so. The pain is not from other realms. The pain's not from Mother Earth. Same thing. So you're only going to feel good when you're connected with Mother Earth. The pain is stress due to certain people in your life that you're allowing that you should let go of. Maybe not permanently, but for right now until they're vibrating at the same level because they're dragging you down and the stress is converting into physical pain. Eva Shockey. I think that was meant to just be Eva. Why do so many people dream scary dreams? And is there anything they can do to change it? It's just a fear. It's just this idea of the concept of nightmares, which are not real. It's a made-up thing where one person had one bad experience, so now this nightmare concept has come up, and it's kind of like a fear-mongering where you can control people because If you do bad things, you're going to have nightmares. So you don't want to do bad things because you don't want to have scary dreams. But if you just ignore, everything you do is up to you. So ignore other people. If you have a bad dream, let's say it's a repetitive one, and in it you're being chased, you're always being chased. Well, is there something in your life that's following you that feels like a burden that you can't escape? Like debt, or an ex-boyfriend, or a distant relative you've been fighting with and secretly want to get back into contact with, but you can't admit it. Well, that's your problem, and that's what you need to write about. Once you start writing about it, the nightmares will stop. If you just have random nightmares all the time, leave a light on at night. Maybe burn sage in your room. That helps some people. Imagine white light or a blue orb or purple waves of comfort around you, and that'll put you into a better mood. Meditate before you go to sleep, and listen to Esther tapes as you fall asleep, and that will all put you into the right mindset. Because if you go to sleep happy, you'll have a restful sleep and you'll wake up happy. If you let's say you're really stressed out and you notice when you're stressed that's when you have nightmares, well then you need to figure out what's stressing you out and how to deal with it. So if it's money issues, maybe go talk to a bank advisor. If it's a certain person in your life, maybe you need to cut them out for a while. Do some writing on it, work on the emotional scale till you get up to a moderate level, and you'll find these nightmares kind of subside. Why do some people dream in color and some don't? Some people just think that they can't. Other people are able to learn lessons in their sleep better when they're dreaming in black and white. It's like more vivid or more clear. So I don't know, some people, it's just a personal preference. It doesn't really matter because either way you're getting the same thing out of it. If it's in color, black and white, it doesn't matter. Will I get a guitar for Christmas? LOL. If you ask for it, it will manifest. You can specifically ask your children to save up for one or to hint at someone to get it to you, but you don't have to ask. You can just envision having it in your hands. What songs are you going to play? How does it feel? What color is it? What does it feel like when you opened it on Christmas? Do you see the shape? Did they not wrap it very, subtly, or is it in a big box? Do you play music on Christmas? What songs do you play? Are you good at it? How does it feel? Just picture it in your mind and then release it to the universe and let it come back to you. And be specific. This Christmas. This Christmas, not any Christmas. I want a guitar this Christmas. Okay. So that's so far the questions. Oh, one more. Okay. Was I a musician in a past life? No. But as part of a family band, like a folk type band in a village where you wouldn't have left the village, you would have stayed there and played together as a family for the enjoyment of the village. You didn't earn money off of it. It was just like a hobby. Okay. Eva and Josie are both out of questions. Something I will talk about is, oh, Rocky. When will you publish a book? When you continue to write it. We will talk perhaps tomorrow while she is baking cake. And you can do it then. It won't be long, about a month. The book is all there, it just has to be physically written. And since you want to be involved, I will not write it while you are not here, so we'll do it over the phone. Again, Eva Shockey, I'm sure, is Eva. Will there be more discoveries like the pyramids? Once the water levels go down, there'll be like temples and villages and underwater cities discovered under the ocean. And those will be discovered. Shipwrecks in the mountains, maybe villages in the caves, but not quite the pyramids because most of the earth has been explored. But, you know, deep in the jungle, maybe kind of Mayan, Aztec type villages, those kinds of things. Josie, will work pick up for my boss? If she wants it to and she asks for it. If she's always thinking, there's never enough work, that is what she will get. If she thinks there's lots of work, then she will get more work. You create your reality, your thoughts become things. So if she thinks of business as being good, as booming, as needing more people, that's what she'll get. Eva Boyko. Why are some people drawn to certain places? It could be a past life they had there. It could be certain energy there. Their source is pulling them there. Their, guides are pulling them there because there's something to be learned there. Maybe visually they just like it. Maybe they learned about it in school, so they're very curious about it. The types of people that are there, the energy that's there. If you're on a high vibration, then you're going to be drawn to others who are on that type of vibration, and perhaps they all flock to one place at a certain time. Like a whole bunch of people want to go to a festival in Iceland, and they're all vibrating really high. Well, they might all get drawn to go there at that time. Okay, now Seth may get a chance. It's very important to write gratitude lists. It doesn't have to be like homework. It can be a mental list or it can be a physical list. You just have to think, when you're in a good mood, what was really awesome today? Hot coffee, long shower, fresh towels, quick drive to work, smell of fresh cut grass, warm weather, friendly people as I went into the building, great food for lunch, easy quick day, easy commute home, boyfriend cooking supper for me as a surprise, date night, kids are really well behaved today, got to hang out with my dog and go for a walk, whatever, just write a gratitude list. And the other thing that's really important is to write your intentions for the next day. So before you go to bed, what 5 things do you want to happen tomorrow? 1. I want to have a really cool conversation with a total stranger. 2. I want to bump into a long-lost friend I haven't seen in years. 3. I want to have a really good cup of coffee. 4. I want to sell the thing that I have for sale online on Kijiji for the price I have it advertised for. 5. I want to watch a documentary that really moves me. And then read it again, focus on it, and then send it out to the universe and go to bed. And then have your day. And at the end of the day, check your list. And you'll see that it all happened. If you're not vibrating high enough, let's say you wake up and you trip as to get out of bed and it puts you in a bad mood, well, then maybe you only achieve 2 out of the 5. But if you focus on the fact that you did achieve 2 of the 5, add the 3 to your list for the next day, and if your day starts out where you trip when you get out of bed again, stop, think, we already did this, I don't need this, let's move past this. And then switch it, vibrate high, and then you'll achieve everything on your list. Okay. Josie, will my son be called for the military this year or next year? It depends what year he wants to go. He's not quite ready. 2016 he probably won't be, unless Trump goes crazy right away. But it's probably going to be more 2017, maybe even 2018. They might kind of do extra training and maybe get him specialized in something first. Where's my ring? Chelsea can tell you. It's on the East Coast, at Matt's parents' house, hidden away. It will require you to do some cleaning and organizing to find it. I am talking about my son that is 21. Yes, but he's not ready to actually go and fight yet. So he's happy to train and learn and do classes before he goes. What room? You have to clean the whole house to figure it out. It's like a storage room somewhere with lots of boxes and it's kind of disheveled. It might even be the back of a closet that's stuffed to the brim. So if you go visit for New Year's or spring break or next summer, whatever, just set out a day for cleaning and organizing and, you know, douse for it or use a pendulum or get, if Darston's there, get him to douse with his body and maybe ask to see it in a dream because it's there. Josie's seen it. Not gone forever, it was just misplaced. Okay, so gratitude lists and setting intentions for the next day. Very important. Do at least 5, probably no more. Any more and you get too much on your plate. It gets a bit jumbled, but 5 things that you want to happen during the day and it will all work out well. If you find yourself dipping during the day, just stop. I don't need this. Let's change it and then switch it so that your day continues to be as high as it was before. Okay, 15 minutes. So, Randy went to Chapters today, saw that some of the Seth material has sold, was happy about that. Still fans in Nanaimo. Moved some books that were monster guidebooks to a different shelf. She didn't like them being next to the Seth books. And took the Seth ones and put them right out in front. Hopefully to draw more people to them. Every time she's here, she goes and does that, which is good. And pictures her own books with Seth being up there, which they will be soon. Can you ask a plant to help you recharge? Yes, this is something I discussed with Rocky when he asked, I want to know something really cool that, I don't know yet. Way back. And trees can give you their energy. So, if you are feeling tired and you're out in the woods. Okay, we're back. So, if you're out in the woods and you're exhausted and you need energy, you can't sit down yet, you still have another 2 kilometers to walk, go and hug a tree. Might seem like a hippie tree hugger thing to do, but hug the tree and ask the tree to give you its spare energy. Not its energy, I'll think you're greedy. Give me any spare energy that you can, I really need it. And then just kind of imagine its energy waves flowing through you and into you and maybe coming in like bubbles and resting into you. You'll feel more energized. You don't even need trees though to get more energy. Just ask your guides, give me more energy, I need more energy. And you'll feel energy kind of pour over you. Lie down in a field, touch the grass, ask the sun, ask the grass, I need energy right now. Spare me any energy you can. If you have a house plant that you really like, you can ask it to give you more energy. But always ask for its spare energy. You can do this with animals too, especially horses, big animals, cows. Ask for their spare energy. Give them a hug, pet them, and thank them for it. Dear Stan, why is my dad so strict? Because you're so hyper. He thinks he has to be strict in order to keep everyone in line. And if you just calm down when you're around him, he won't be so demanding and controlling and strict and by the rules. He'll relax. But you can do writing on it too. I want to have the best time when I go visit my dad. I want everything to flow well. I want him to be relaxed. I want it to be fun. I want it to flow easy. And before you go on the car ride, or when your mom's, you and your mom are waiting for him to come pick you up, just close your eyes and think to yourself, this is going to be the best weekend. It's going to be so relaxed. It's going to be so fun. It's just going to be the best time, and I'm going to love getting to come back and tell everyone about it and then get to go again. I'm excited to have a fun weekend with my relaxed dad. Will Kai's dad want to meet him? Not at the moment. He might later. But even if he doesn't, it's not a big deal. But if he doesn't, it won't affect Kai. He's got other male role models in his life. But just see Kai as being happy, healthy, having good relationships with people who are in his life. And, if his dad's vibrating high enough, maybe he'll reach out to you in a year or 2. Eva. Is there places in the world that are more highly attuned to source energy? Yes. Far north, Inuit, cultures who are closed off. Some parts of Alaska, some are a little too, but some parts of Alaska where there's high native populations. And in the jungles in like Costa Rica, South America, Papua New Guinea, where they haven't had the influence of modern technology and modern people and some modern thinking, but those like jungle people, they are really in tune with source. They have populations where they regrow limbs and it's just a normal thing. They don't even think you can't do that. People who still wear like leaves for clothes and hunt with spears, who are really into nature and connected with it. They listen to nature, they listen to the jungle, they listen to the animals. And then again, the Inuit, people who are far, far north, you know, there's no TVs, there's no radios, it's just storytelling, it's being with others, it's living off of the land, it's listening to the land, paying attention to the seasons and how they change. Those are the people who are most connected to source. Does music have any influence to your emotions? Yes. If you listen to a song and you're a person who pays attention to lyrics, you know, a Coldplay song may make you want to cry. And a Beyonce song might make you want to go out clubbing. There's some like classical music. It's very powerful. It's very good to listen to when studying, you know, when it's quiet in the background. There's some classical music there's one song from Blades of Glory that's it's a man singing very high, and it's very soothing, very nice. There are songs studies have shown, although lots of studies are biased and not right, but there are certain songs that can put you to sleep. They're very relaxing, the notes, the melodies, and they help put you to sleep. So yes, songs definitely influence how you're feeling, and they can make you feel better if you're, you know, lower or sad. Or don't listen to something aggressive like, I don't know, AC/DC or some screamo if you're really angry, because it'll just perpetuate that mood. Okay, I met this new guy. Do you see where that is going to go? Nowhere. Sorry. Always the bearer of bad news, but no, he's not the one. You know when you're going to meet the one. So for now, just kind of have fun, casually date, get some free meals. You know, just enjoy dating, and then it's lighthearted, it's easy. Okay. Betty, is Taffy a girl or a boy? Peyton's bird. It's a boy. But Taffy's an okay name for a boy. Yeah, they like that mirror, but if you find that they are getting aggressive, maybe take it out for a while, and when you reach in to grab them, make sure they're not looking at the mirror, because they'll see a second hand grabbing for them and it'll freak them out. So just be cautious of that, but they do really enjoy singing to themselves in the mirror. Okay. Will I ever find an animal that I won't be allergic to? Dog type. Typically, most people are not allergic to labradoodles, but those are very expensive and they're kind of funny looking. Or Maltipoos. Anything that is a non-shedder, but all dogs shed just a little bit. But what kind of dog do you like? Don't even think about the allergies. Think about the dog that you want. And focus on that. because allergies are a made-up thing. It's funny you mention that because Randy just bought a magazine for her mom today. Hold on, I'll grab it. Reverse your allergies. What doctors don't tell you. How to switch on your immune system. How I beat paralysis. Herbs for type 2 diabetes. How to change your thoughts to change your health. So, allergies are just a thing that is passed down from other people's thoughts. Randy used to be allergic to like 7 different things all of a sudden, and then realized that it was just what was going on in her life was stressing her out and manifesting in a physical way through allergies. Once she cleared it up and cut all that stuff out, her allergies disappeared. Allergists typically say, if you're allergic to something, let's say eggs, cut it out for 2 years. After 2 years, try a little bit and keep introducing it more and more and more. They found that 2 years typically works because by then the energy is cleared up. So it's nothing to do with 2 years. You can clear it up in a week. It's just how quickly you clear up the energy. Do some writing on it. Is it a food that you even like? If it's food you don't like, doesn't matter. If it's food that you like, then think about how much you enjoy eating that food, how that food's good for you, it's nourishing, it's full of vitamins, and, you know, get your vibration up and the allergy will disappear. So what kind of dog do you want, Josie? Picture that. Think of how cool it would be to have that dog. Maybe have the dog be an outside dog so there's not so much hair in the house, or you feel like there's less in the house, and just think about how fun it would be to have that dog, how much the boys would like it, and then the allergy will disappear. Betty Durston, do I have a northern life in another dimension? With your current personality, you're living about 7 simultaneous lives. 1 is up north. You're kind of like one of the leaders of a native secluded group. You're quite important. You do like spear hunting, but another life. Do I have another life? Well, you do have a northern life in another dimension, but yes, you have multiple lives. But with this personality, everybody has a personality, but then they have like several others branching off of it. And at any given time, you could be living 1,000 lives in, you know, a timeline of 10,000 years. As girls, as boys, in the 1920s, in the 1940s, in the 2020s, in the 3040s, in the 200s. It's just unfathomable for most people to believe they could live so many lives at once, but that's because life is not what you think. Earth's kind of like a playground, like a playground is for playing, for having fun with. So you live multiple lives at once, and once you transition and go to non-physical, you'll start to be introduced to that and to learn about it, and eventually when you pass on through Earth and you go to the next phase, you'll be able to live lives simultaneously, but where you can tap into multiple ones. You can be in this life, but then decide, okay, I want to tap into my life in Africa for a while. You'll go back and forth, but you'll be experiencing them all at once. You'll just be able to tap into it instead of having to have it separate and cut off. Josie, what is the difference between crystal children and indigo children? See, these are labels that get put on things that aren't quite Like, all children are special. All children are in tune with Source. They understand it. They know what's going on. They come here knowing, and then they seem to forget it because of adult influence. But there's some kids who are more gifted than others, but they've come here for the experience of being exceptional for their age and excelling and, you know, maybe having a much higher IQ, maybe graduating 5 years earlier, being a star violinist, whatever, star athlete. But there aren't really like specialized kids. There's just kids who come wanting a life where they're ahead and they're seen as exceptional. Does Matt Grandpa have a message for him? Typically, we don't go into past life stuff, but for Matt, we could. So, let's get in touch with him. He says to stay at one job. See your job as being awesome. You can't keep fleeing your job to get a better job if you're leaving it because you don't like it. What about your current job do you like? Think about that, focus on that. If you decide you need to leave, fine. But what did you enjoy about that last job? A certain person you worked with, a certain vehicle you drove, the hours, the pay, whatever. Focus on that and that only. Then go to this new job. Think about those things and then think about other things. What was it that your old job lacked that you would enjoy to have in this job, as well as those things that you really enjoyed in your past job? Then you will find that you do not need to leave jobs all the time. You'll be more stable, it'll be more comforting for everyone around you. And there won't be as need to always be looking for another job, something better. You'll, get promoted, get raises. You'll build with that company. And second, spend more time with the boys, do more wars, go to the park, go on bikes, go on the quads if you can get down to the farm, go ride on the mopeds, on the quads, go hunting, even if you're just as a bystander. Enjoy that. Because they're going to grow up and then they're not going to hang out for a while as teenagers, and then they'll want to hang out again when they're older, but enjoy them while they're young because they're not so silly always as they are at this age. Okay. I am grateful for your time, Seth, Randy, and everyone on tonight. Thank you, Josie. Alright, we will do, because we're having technical issues, we will go till 7:11. So there's 6 more minutes. If there are any more questions. Otherwise, Seth can just blab on some more. Let's grab this magazine. Let's see what else it says. There's useful stuff in here. Where was it? I saw something earlier. How your thoughts can transform your life. This is an advertisement, but I mean that still rings true. Nuts for banana pie. No bake banana pie. That looks pretty good. It's funny it's right next to your thoughts transform your life, because your thoughts about food transform how food affects your body. If you see a cake as healthy nourishment as your body needing sugar, you will not gain weight. If you see it as unhealthy dessert and bad for you, it will be. So, how you feel about food is how food affects you. Josie, what will be my first book be about? Whatever you want it to be about. Are you writing? Do you want to do a comic? Do you want to do a kid's book? A romance novel? Whatever you feel inspired to do is what you should write about. My first book with Randy will be How to Transform Your Life. It'll be like a back to basics, like asking it is given, but less technical, more easy, point form, quick to the point, snappity snap. Okay. 4 more minutes, people. Back to health. With people who are sick, let's say a family member has, I don't know, late-term cancer. Instead of seeing them as being cured and fixed, see them as being happy. Maybe this is what they've been asking for. They're ready to transition. They've come for the experience of having cancer, whatever it is. Just see them as having good memories, good experiences, and being happy. And it will help their go be, easier. Spend time with them. Because even if you see someone when they're sick, you don't have to remember them as being sick. When you go, just see them as being in the best mood, the best feeling, and it will be an enjoyable experience. And if you personally are sick, you can do a lot of writing on it, and you can visualize being healthier. So see your cells as repairing themselves. Lay down and meditate and thank your body for being a warrior and for being strong and for getting you through this and for repairing itself. And see your cells individually, because there's billions of them, as healing, and collectively they will make you healthier. There's that miracle man who was told he'd never walk again. He walked out of the hospital. Clearly doctors don't know what they're talking about. So he visualized, he saw his cells as repairing. He did the motions of walking in his sleep. So, do writing on it, I feel wonderful, I feel great, my body has healed itself, my body is capable of amazing things. I had a quick and easy recovery. Now I can go on to other things. You can do writing about family members who are sick. So if your mom or dad has, some terminal illness, mom feels good today, mom feels great, mom feels really good most days. I enjoy how good she feels. I like being around my mom. My mom is happy. Things are working out for her. And that's all going to benefit her. Betty, how's my new adventure will be with my friend working with her? Fun, because she thinks she's your sister. You will have a lot of fun working together if you go for it. So, You know, you can stop shying away from it and making up excuses as why not to do it, and just go for it. See it as being a success, fun. It's not like work. It's hanging out with your friend and making money. It's a new adventure. It's something different. It's something not everybody does. Not everybody gets to do. You're following your dreams, and it's not like a career. It's more of a new venture. Okay, Eva. How do you harmonize with something that has much larger energy than what you have now? Example, finances or feeling better. Well, don't think of it as having larger energy, because then it feels out of reach. Think of it as being within your grasp. Think of it as being something that, you know, maybe is more powerful and bigger than you at the moment, but you can tap into it and take its energy. Well, not take, but share in on the energy. And I am where I am, but I'm going to be there. So, you know, do all the money processes that there are about finances. Do the emotional scale to feel better. Write a gratitude list to get in the appreciation mode. But know that you don't have to get there today. You don't have to get there tomorrow. Sometimes it takes time, and that's okay. I am where I am, but I will get there. Where I am right now is not permanent. I am constantly doing better. I am always getting closer. I am almost there. The universe is always working to get me what I want. The universe always has my back. And then it won't be so forceful. It won't feel so far off. Something that's unattainable. It'll be something tangible, something you can have. And then it will come into your existence quicker. To experience quicker. Yes. Okay. Well, there's no questions yet. More, so that's good. Facebook keeps telling me it's the most comments or likes a video has had so far, which is good. So, that was great. Next week, we will do a morning video. BC, Alberta, and DT Pacific time for all the people in Europe. Okay, one last one. Will Eva do business with her oils? Unlikely, because Eva likes to do it as a hobby. She doesn't want it to become a business, but maybe once this business goes, you know, international, an online business like through the website or Etsy could be kind of fun, especially involving Taylor and Jesse, because Jesse could do all the business aspects, the money, and Taylor could do the website. That could be fun. But we'll see. Okay, I will go now. Have a good evening. Thanks for your questions. Goodbye. Oh, actually, my friend can't conceive even with IVF. Will she ever have kids? Thanks. Well, Seth's gone now, but I will get him to come back in a little bit, and I'll message you personally with his response. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.